Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF44 coming at you with another video. All right, so Jontay Porter, man, they gave him a lifetime ban from the NBA. Jontay Porter of the Toronto Raptors, Michael Porter Jr. of the Denver Nuggets brother. Lifetime ban, man. I guess what's being alleged, or what has been proven, I don't know, is that he bet on his own team to lose. Made off with 30-something thousand, somewhere in that range of money off of betting on not only his own team, but in other aspects of sports betting as well. He made a lot more money from what I understand. I don't know. That's all hearsay at this point. But the point is, they gave him a lifetime ban for betting, man. They said, Adam Silver said he had the authority based on his position to utilize lifetime ban as an option. And he said that he felt like what he was accused of was the cardinal sin. These are Adam Silver's ways of putting it. And to be honest with you, I think making an example of someone who's betting on the sport and compromising the sport, it's not like the worst thing in the world. But when you consider the different things that NBA players have done and not gotten a lifetime ban, it's frustrating, especially for those of us who are pro-human, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. However you slice it, it speaks to the priorities of the corporate world, not just the NBA, but the corporate world. You can't cheat us out of our money. You can't profit off of something that we don't legalize, or that's something, you know what I mean? You can't profit off of your own back, off of your own frustrations or discretions, or what's the word, ineptitude. However, you cannot profit off of something that we can't profit off of, and that's really how it's looked at in my eyes. It's just, you can slap the crap out of your wife, beat her to half to death, and we'll bring you back in about 30 games. But if you happen to get caught betting on yourself, we're kicking you out of the league. And that just speaks to what I feel and what many feel is wrong with the world today. And I just hate that Adam Silver is reinforcing that with his power. Should he have been fined a great deal? Yes. Maybe suspended for a season? Yes. But like for the rest of his life? And then you got the conversation of, if this were a big star, would you have banned him for life? I mean, it depends on who that star was in my mind. I don't know that they do that to the biggest of the big. But a guy like Jontay Porter, he doesn't have that type of role in this league. So he's expendable. You can make an example out of him, and it doesn't hurt the league. And I just think that they're showing us that at the end of the day, they care more so about revenue than they care about human beings. And I think that the NBA Cares campaign is really hurt by that, for which they are prioritizing above human beings. And that's just how I take it. I don't like it, especially with all that's going on in the world today and how silent the NBA is about it. This just reinforces more concern about where the NBA stands on such things. If it benefits them, they'll put Black Lives Matter on the floor. But I haven't heard a word about what's going on with war in Palestine and that genocide. That is the most frustrating thing for someone like myself who's been watching that as closely as I have. It's the most frustrating thing in the world. And so this does not help when you consider how they prioritize revenue and will kick somebody out of the league for an entire lifetime for betting on the game. It will stay silent about genocide. It's craziness. But that's not the NBA setting the tone there. They're just reinforcing what the rest of the world is doing, and I would like to see change in that way. It's not that I think that the worst thing in the world is to make an example out of Jontay Porter, because to be honest with you, you do want to set the precedent that this is something that should not ever be done. But at the same time, it's like, and prioritize the idea that beating the hell out of a woman should not be done as well. Make sure that the dudes that are doing that aren't ever seen on the basketball floor again. You know, I personally don't feel as strongly about people taking drugs, you know, to get, you know, deal with their mental health or to get through their traumas. But I do remember a certain basketball player, I ain't gonna name him to embarrass him at, but he was found snorting cocaine like 3 times and they kept letting him back in the league, no problem. It's where's the priority, you know what I mean? Where are your priorities? Well, we see where your priorities are. It's in the funds. And it's in the players not compromising the integrity of your league. While the refs, while you yourselves may be writing a certain script and everybody seems to think that that might be possible, it's fine. It's fine when we do it. It's fine when our people do it. But don't let the players compromise our game, because that gets in the way of our ability to compromise our game. That's how I'm taking it. That's how I take it. They use their referees to mold this NBA however they want, manipulate the schedule for all types of scenarios, and they can insinuate through the schedule how they want certain things to go. But let a guy try to bet on his own weak team that ain't won a game, that's probably cheating on, losing on purpose so that they can better situate themselves to have a player. Let him try to benefit from that certainty. Okay, let's just be honest. Let him try to benefit and profit off of that certainty, and all of a sudden he's the worst guy in the world. Owners are losing games on purpose every day, benefiting and profiting off of that all the time, right before our very eyes. And they only mildly try to put an end to it by throwing in season tournaments and all different other stuff that's supposed to deter that. Out of here, man. I watched a whole Dallas Mavericks team lose a Chicago Bulls game on purpose last year just so they could secure the 10th pick that they ended up getting lively with. How much money did the new owners of the Dallas Mavericks make off of this season? How good are the Dallas Mavericks from here on out for that draft pick? It's just a bunch of stuff. I'm like, man, please. Please, Jontay Porter, maybe you should have been a little more wise about how you went about your business. Maybe you should have waited until you were out the league. You know what I'm saying? And maybe this wasn't very smart. But at the end of the day, people who are smarter than you are taking advantage of that in every area I see. And to be honest with you, I don't respect it, and I don't respect them. I just don't. And the more they do stuff like that, the less respect they're going to receive from people like myself. So they need to understand, while they're prioritizing this type of money, material type stuff over human beings, we see them as they do it. Watching you. VDL 44. Thank you all for watching. I'm out.